Hey, I'm Keith Snow. Welcome to Harvest Eating. Today I want to show you a really cool recipe that comes from my mother-in-law, Omi. If you've read the cookbook, the Harvest Eating cookbook, I think you've seen reference to my mother-in-law, Omi. One of her great recipes is a dish called Blaukraut. Now, Blau in German means blue, and Blaukraut is a famous German dish, perfect to go next to a pork chop or maybe with Sauerbraten or a grilled pork tenderloin. Really easy to do. It's another one of my mother-in-law's recipe. Hey, Omi. So hopefully I don't botch it up. Let's get right into it. The first step is we've got some lard, and I know a lot of you out there, lard is okay, man. It's great specifically for this application. Let's take some lard and put it in a pot over here, and we're gonna let that start to melt. And lard gives incredible flavor, which is nice. Next in the pot is going to be a standard old onion. So let's get this guy butchered down. And this is the dish you want to make when you've got a little time, because it can take, a good 90 minutes of cooking time. So now we're just going to make some little planks out of this. But because it cooks so long, the onions will really basically melt into the pot. So don't worry so much about making a perfect dice or anything. You can see that this is very rustic. Okay, so our lard has melted down a little bit. I'm going to turn on some fan. And I just want to get our onions in the pot. So now, while these onions start to cook down, let's pay attention to this apple. This is a Gala apple. If you had a Granny Smith, that would be even better. You want a tart apple for this. So what we're going to do is simply peel this apple. Don't want the skin. So now you have your apple like that. We've got to cut around the core. So we'll just flip it like that. And there goes the core. We don't want those seeds. And then you just want to make some dices. Again, the apple will pretty much melt away in the pot. You're not going to see it towards the end, but it'll lend a really great sweetness. And then join the party over here with the apple and the onion all together. And these need to cook down and soften up. What we're going to do at this point is come in with a little kosher salt, 2 nice healthy pinches, a little bit of black pepper, and let those cook. And now let's pay attention to the cabbage here. Red cabbage, very simple. Cut off the end, and then we're going to just cut this guy right in half. And you can see there this big core. You can't eat the core. It's very woody and terrible. So what I like to do is stand this thing up and take your knife and just cut right around that core, and it comes right out like that. That comes out, and now you want to take your knife. I suppose if you have a mandolin, one of those shaving things, you could use that. But we're going to just use a knife like this. Okay, so now in the pot with the cabbage, and this looks like a lot, but this is really about 90% water, so it's going to cook way down. And now that we have this all together, 2 more ingredients. Right here we've got some bay leaves, and you can use 1 big bay leaf or 2 small ones. We'll drop those in. And then this is apple cider vinegar. 1/2 cup. We'll pour that right in there. And then I'm even going to come back over here, grab just a little bit of water, put that water in there. And now what you want to do is cover it up. And you can see this is a very heavy cast iron cover. And this pot does not let any evaporation get out. If you've got a pot with a crummy lid where the evaporation will be coming out the sides, this will go dry and you wind up burning it. Like I said, it's got to cook for a good hour, so make sure you've got a tight fitting pot like this. And then I'm going to turn this down to about a medium low, and let it cook. About every 15 or 20 minutes, I'll turn it. That way it's equally incorporated. And we got to let this cook, and then I'll show you how to finish it in a few minutes. All right, our Blaukraut is cooked way down. You can see that it's become very soft on there. The last step is to take a little bit of all-purpose flour, and the only purpose for this flour is to give a nice kind of a sheen to it. So we'll just put, maybe a tablespoon and a half of flour right on top, and then you want to mix this in, and that is going to make it look kind of glossy. And that is the last step. Wow, that's hot. And this is perfect, like I said. Cook yourself a beautiful pork chop or some grilled pork tenderloin and use this as a bed to place that on. I'm going to plate some up for you to show it to you. Got a gorgeous color. Just like that. And that flour sort of tightens up the juices. And there you have some delicious Blaukraut Omi's recipe. Give it a try today.